The Edge at 11 starts now.
After decades of politicians who destroyed Detroit to build up Beijing, you finally have a champion for workers in the White House. And instead of putting China first, I'm putting Michigan first, and I'm putting America first.
President Donald Trump fired up at a rally in Macomb County as he defends his administration's actions. The president claims the first 100 days for his administration have been, well, he says, the most successful ever.
From imposing strict immigration policies to shelling out tariffs, the president is stamping his mark in America. Fox News' Dave Kinchin has reaction to today's rally.
I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful state. I love this state.
President Donald Trump returns to Michigan, marking 100 days back in office amid a busy agenda focused on automotive jobs, reworking global trade, and national security.
And a lot of auto jobs coming. Watch what's happening. The companies are coming in by the tens. You got to see what's happening.
He spoke to several thousand supporters at Macomb Community College, flanked by many high-profile members of his administration, touting his flurry of executive orders that have trimmed the federal government and lumped tariffs on foreign nations, including 25% on the auto industry. However, he approved new measures easing that burden, meaning automakers will not pay the added taxes on steel and aluminum.
They all want to come back to Michigan and build cars again. You know why? Because of our tax and tariff policy. They're coming from all over the world. They're coming up and they're opening up plants and they're talking to us all day and all night.
What have been your thoughts on the tariff program?
100% you need them.
Trump supporter and MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell telling Fox 2 in a one-on-one interview the Trump tariffs have only been about fairness.
Canada's been doing this to MyPillow and bedding for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. I mean, we have a 25% tariff, and why is that fair to all of us here in the U.S.? This goes down all over the place. We were getting, as the president said, ripped off.
Auto workers who organized for the president also sounding off on day 100. Trump called up Brian Panebacker, a familiar face in GOP circles.
I want to say thank you to the auto workers, everybody who works in the automotive field, the suppliers, every one of you, the truck drivers. Thank you so much for supporting the greatest president in our lifetimes.
But outside,
it feels good to see all the young people here.
Scores of protesters made their message clear. Trump is not welcome here on his 100th day, or any day in their view, as they oppose Trump's planned cuts to education.
I'm also a teacher, so I'm here for all of the kids that couldn't be here because I'm scared for them and sad.
I have friends with green cards that can't be here because they could get kidnapped and deported. So that's why I'm here today.
Meantime, POTUS 47 says he will push on as he looks ahead to getting Republicans elected in next year's midterms.
Every single day of my administration will continue to live by the motto, promises made, and you've seen it before, promises kept.
Well, the president also incentivizing auto production in the U.S., saying it's a matter of national security as well. In Warren, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Well, before protesters hit the streets, President Trump had a major announcement in store for Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
They're getting a new fleet of fighter jets.
As Commander-in-Chief, I'm proud to announce that very soon we will replace the retiring A-10 Warthogs with 21 brand new F-15EX Eagle II fighter jets, the best in the world, fresh off the line.
Well, Governor Gretchen Whitmer and House Speaker Matt Hall also on hand for the announcement. They met with the president earlier this month, fighting to save Selfridge.
I am really damn happy we're here to celebrate this recapitalization at Selfridge. It's crucial for the Michigan economy. It's crucial for the men and women here, for our homeland security and our future. So thank you. I'm so grateful that this announcement was made today.
This is the first time in decades where we can all say Selfridge is winning. We are winning because of you, President Trump, and I know all of these troops here will not let you down with this new fighter mission.
Representative Hall says the base will thrive for the next 30 to 40 years thanks to this new mission. Macomb County Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller also chiming in.
President Trump's announcement of a follow-on fighter mission for Selfridge Air National Guard Base will be transformational not just for Macomb County, but for the entire region and for the state of Michigan. This secures the future of this base, which is a critical component of our national defense.
Commissioner Miller calls this the best possible outcome.
One person is dead tonight after being thrown from his vehicle during a crash in Romulus. This happened just before 7 on westbound I-94 at the Wayne exit. Police say a driver in a pickup lost control on the ramp, went across the lanes and hit another truck, causing them both to roll over. The driver in the at-fault truck wasn't buckled in and was partially ejected. He died at the scene. The 4 other people in the other truck had minor injuries. That part of the highway has been closed for hours as investigators work on that scene. Take you out to Clinton Township tonight. A child is recovering after being hit by a car this afternoon. This happened on Harper, just north of 16 Mile. We're working to learn more about the details of this accident, but we're told the child is in stable condition and that the driver involved is not under investigation.
Hearing that it was children and not adults, it's really heart-wrenching.
A 15-year-old boy accused of shooting 2 other teenagers now in custody after his grandmother and mother turned him into police. We took you to the scene on Dyer Street in Hamtramck last night here on The Edge. Police say the suspect shot a 17-year-old girl and her 16-year-old boyfriend after an argument. Both are expected to survive.
Well, just when you thought it was safe to walk down the street, an alligator is staring up at you, but wait. We don't live down south.
Nope. And it didn't happen down south. It happened downriver. Our Jessica Dubnak takes a look.
I kind of can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the second alligator to be rescued from the same block in Ecorse in the last 6 months. The first one was about 5 foot long. This one a little bit smaller, but feisty.
What did you think when you saw an alligator in your neighborhood?
I was wondering where it came from.
Straight chillin'. The whole scene stumped Ecorse police on how to handle an alligator on the loose Monday.
Well, they stood around and looked at it for like 3 hours.
I can kind of understand why.
Yeah.
They called in the experts, Mark and Misty Rosenthal, licensed wildlife rehabbers.
Hang on, buddy. I got you, big guy.
He is mean, even by gator standards.
At this size, you could probably take my arm off. Nope.
And he tried, but Mark avoided the death roll and wrangled him to get a closer look. Hurt, hungry, and in bad shape.
Neglected it, abused it, and then just threw it outside to die like it's a piece of trash.
Mark says people think they're pets. They're not. They get to be 1,000 to 2,000 pounds, not to mention they're illegal to own. This gator spotted near a known drug house off Jefferson, one that looked real familiar when Mark pulled up.
SWAT called me November 13th and said, Mark, we're at this house in Ecorse, and there is an 8-foot alligator in the basement.
The latest one Mark rescued found right outside that house. We'll leave that follow-up work to police. Meanwhile, this guy will rehab in the couple's enclosure until he's healthy again.
We get the calls and we just drop what we're doing because this is our passion. This is what we do.
They've landed on a name.
I'm thinking, how about Darth Gator? There you go, buddy. See you later, alligator.
Because of how bad of shape Darth Gator is in, he'll be with Mark and Misty for 1 to 2 years. Then he'll be taken to a $9 million very fancy sanctuary in Florida. Jessica Dubnak on The Edge.
Mother Nature won. I mean, I hate to be blunt, but that is exactly what happened. Mother Nature kicked up the wind and she won. We had gusts, I think, here last I seen 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. There we go. There's your proof right there.
Heavy winds blowing through parts of Metro Detroit today. In Waterford, it ended up taking the roof off the Rolladium on Highland Road. The good news, nobody was hurt. We're told the place wasn't open for skating at the time. The owner's son says after being in business for 75 years, this will not keep them down for long.
It's reality. You know, things happen. It's all about how you process them, how you overcome the challenges placed in front of you, and deal with the card you're dealt at the time it happens. That's all we can do. Obviously, the plan is push forward.
Well, what a great attitude. We wish you well as you do that. We're told several customers stopped by today to check in on the workers to see if they needed anything. Crews have already been out there cleaning debris and making repairs. The Rolladium plans to reopen as soon as possible.
And Rich, those high winds were dealing damage really all around Macomb County and lots of places, but it looks like things settling down now. What can we expect tomorrow?
Taryn and Roop, yeah, it's all quiet out there. It's going to be cooler for the rest of tonight and for your Wednesday. You can see where the showers and storms are now, well south of us in central Ohio, moving through parts of New York State as well. Around here, it's quiet. How about this? Frost advisories north and west of the city of Detroit. So this means temperatures could get down as low as 32 or 33 before we hit sunrise. Look at the daytime highs today. 86 for us, 80 up around Alpena and for Traverse City. It was a breezy, warm day before the storms arrived, and then those storms quickly rolled through. Not all of us had active weather. There were some heavy downpours, certainly north of M59, also through Lenawee and Monroe counties. But there it is, 86, the warmest temperature we've had so far this year. It did break an old record for the day, set way back in 1899. It is much cooler now, 49 Howe, 46 in Lapeer, 54 in Windsor. The breeze was southwesterly. Now it's northerly, and that'll keep the cool air pumping in over the next 24 hours. 30 in Marquette right now, 43 up in Ludington. High pressure gives us a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Now Thursday, another area of low pressure comes into the southern Great Lakes, and this will bring occasional showers. We're not expecting severe weather Thursday, perhaps a rumble of thunder, but Thursday will be the most unsettled day of the next 7. You'll see it in the forecast. Breezy and cool tonight, down to 39, but colder in the outlying areas. Tomorrow's a chilly day. It's going to be about 25 degrees cooler than today, but quiet. And then there's the showery weather for Thursday, perhaps into Friday morning. The weekend looks okay. Still chilly Saturday, better on Sunday, Taryn. Another check at 4 a.m.
All right, thanks so much, Rich. Well, Farmington Hills is aiming to curb its deer population following complaints of crashes and then ruined yards. And they're going to do it by hiring public safety officers to cull the herd. The city council approved the plan 6-1 at Monday's meeting. City officials say the officers will use bows and crossbows to shoot the deer. While the plan got mixed reviews, the city says ultimately the non-lethal methods just weren't working. The venison will be donated to food banks.